You're thinking of leaving. You feel like the relationship has outlived its usefulness. You're facing a decision that will change everything. But what if you're wrong? What if you walk away and then realize you've lost your most precious asset? What if you are now destroying not just love, but a part of yourself? The Stoics knew, before you make a big decision, stop and think. Today you'll learn 5 questions you must answer before you give up on a woman. And if at least one of them your answer is no, you might be making a mistake. Question 1. Are you leaving because of emotion? Or because it's the right thing to do? A decision made on emotion is almost always wrong. Sometimes we get angry, tired, annoyed, and we think the relationship isn't working. The Stoics knew, if you make a decision in anger, it will destroy you. If you leave now, you can't go back. How do you realize that you're not leaving for a reason, but because of emotion? You feel tired, but you don't know why. You don't feel passionate anymore. But you're not sure you don't love her either. You want to leave, but you can't explain what it is that makes you unhappy. What to do? Wait, don't make decisions when emotions are at their peak. If something is bothering you, figure out what the cause is first. Remember, it's not your emotions that should control you. But you should control your emotions. The Stoics taught, if you are not convinced, it is not yet time. Question 2. Do you really think you'll find a better one? Are you sure it's the woman and not you? Men often leave thinking they will find a better option. But a year later, they realize they've lost the only one who truly loved them. The Stoics knew, if you're unhappy, changing women won't fix your life. How do you realize you're leaving because of illusions? You think that somewhere out there is someone better. But you don't know who. You miss the initial passion, but forget that it passes in any relationship. You compare your woman to images from movies, social media, or memories. What to do? Realize that there is no such thing as a perfect relationship. There are people who choose to be together. Don't look for the best if you haven't learned to appreciate what you have. Remember, if you leave a good woman because you want something new, you're making the biggest mistake of your life. The Stoics taught, who does not value what he has, then shoot him school about it. Question 3. Do you realize that love is not an emotion but a choice? True love is not something that happens. It's something you create. Everything seems perfect in the beginning, but with time comes routine. If you leave just because it didn't feel the same in the beginning, you'll never build a long-lasting relationship. The Stoics knew that strong feelings are not a flash, but a daily work in progress. How do you realize you're leaving because of misconceptions? You think love should be easy and not require effort. You compare reality to the beginning of a relationship, and you only see the difference. You want butterflies in your stomach every day, but you're not ready for real intimacy. What to do? Realize that passion will pass in any relationship, but real intimacy will remain. Stop looking for a constant drive, start building a deep connection. Remember, if you think love should be a perpetual euphoria, you'll always be disappointed. Question 4. Are you willing to live with the consequences of your decision? Right now you may think you'll feel better without her. But how will you feel in 6 months? A year from now? The Stoics knew, don't make decisions you'll regret. How do you realize you're not ready to leave? You're hoping that maybe I'll regret it later, but not a sure thing. You haven't thought about how your life will change after the breakup. You think you can get her back at any time if you want to. What to do? Imagine your life without her in 3, 6, 12 months. Are you ready for that? Realize that not all doors can be opened twice. Remember, if you're not ready to accept the consequences, you're probably not ready to leave. The Stoics taught, don't make decisions about which you'll be forced to make. Question 5. Did you do everything you could to make things right? If you walk away without even trying to fix things, you have no right to complain in the future. Every relationship goes through crises. The question is how you deal with them. If you haven't tried to fix the problems, you're not walking away from it. You're walking away from responsibility. The Stoics knew, a man must first sort himself out and then make a decision. How do you realize you're leaving too soon? You haven't tried to talk to her about what's bothering you. You haven't worked on yourself. And just expect the relationship to work itself out. You don't know what the problem really is, you just want to run away. What to do? Before you leave, try to fix the situation. Figure it out, is the problem in the relationship or in yourself? Remember, leaving is the last step, not the first. Stoics taught, Cholovic first solve the problem and then make conclusions. Final conclusion, it's easy to leave. But you may not come back. Now you know you need to ask yourself 5 questions before leaving. Are you leaving because of emotions or because it's the right decision? Do you really think you'll find a better one? Do you realize that love is not an emotion but a choice? Are you willing to live with the consequences of your decision? Have you done everything you can to make things right? If you answered no to at least one of these questions, it's probably not worth leaving. If you are sure, then walk away and don't look back. Hello. You're not the same person you were before. You are stronger.